All right, I know this will be a very bad idea. Okay, you can see the landing gear slowly giving up on life. Now, right in front of us is the very dorky-looking Airbus Beluga. Yes, Airbus's transport airplane that is insanely large and can transport insanely large objects. Mostly airplane parts. This is right now part of the fuselage of an A320, which is 20 tons heavy. No problem for the Airbus Beluga, and it's huge. Genuinely huge cargo bay area. And everybody, last night at 3 a.m. I had the brilliant idea to challenge it. Perhaps ask you guys on my Instagram. Guys, let's do some testing and maybe see what can we fit into the Beluga. And of course there are stupid ideas that probably won't go too well. Yes, of course, I've kind of practiced trying to, you know, make custom cargo for the Airbus Beluga, and yes, we can even fit an elephant. This is an African bush elephant which weighs 6 tons, which is nothing for the Airbus Beluga. Here we go. We can quickly load the elephant in very nicely. Bye-bye, elephant. Sadly, though, in real life, they never transported around animals, but take a look. The door's closing nicely. Elephant is happy. And the Beluga is also happy because the payload weight is only 6,900 kilograms, as much as the elephant weighs. Bye-bye, elephant. And we can take off with a beautiful modified Airbus A300. We can tell that by the cockpit. Yes, maybe even give some fresh air to the Mr. Elephant. Yes, and this airplane has as much power as ever because it's nearly empty. Oops, landing gear up. You can tell the elephant up here is very hot. Yeah, he's a bit static. He's not moving. It's not alive. All right, let's maybe go ahead and actually challenge this thing now, finally. All right, some of you guys really have interesting ideas of what can fit into a Beluga. It's not that big. Not a whole A320. Not an Antonov. What the no, that won't fit either. SR-71. I think that one is quite interesting. Although, SR-71 is also quite large. Maybe try if we can fit it in this one. All right, let's try this now. All right, and here we have an SR-71 now being... Oh, I didn't expect the SR-71 to be this big, actually. That will definitely not fit, right? Could you have imagined that? I guess the SR-71 would just fit fine if it were to cut off the wings. That would work. Other than that, we would be able to fly just fine with the SR-71 side of us, as it only weighs 27,000 kilograms. Good old titanium. Come on now, wingless SR-71 will definitely work then. All right, there we go. Loading into us. That just barely fits. Very nice. Doors closing nicely. Everything is happy. As well as the weight and balance here. 30 tons. No problem at all for the Beluga. Yes, we kind of even are simulating that we might be able to throw in both wings on the free space. All right, we can even take off. Give the SR-71 some fresh air. This is absolutely fine. Sadly, even with the SR-71 on board, we cannot fly Mach 3, but that's fine. This airplane still got plenty of performance. I think it's quite ridiculous. There we go. We're able to take off from this runway in the middle of the Alps. Thanks to the beautiful titanium design of the SR-71. There you go. This is a fast airplane. I think the most interesting part is how big the SR-71 is. Like, this is without the wings attached, and it is barely big enough to fit. It's also quite long, and we're quite happy that it doesn't tuck the tail. This is absolutely beautiful. Even with an SR-71 on board, we can even try to land it. There we go. I mean, this is what the Beluga is made for, transporting our own aircraft parts, which are generally very light because these are planes that have to fly also themselves. All right, we can stop in no time as well. This is a very powerful airplane. Very happy about this one. Very nice. Check out all those stopping surfaces right here. Yes, they did take Newton into account. With that, all that ballast on board, it's very hard to make a plane stop. There we go. Beautiful. How about a yellow school bus? That one might just fit. That's not bad of an idea. Although, yeah, now we can see ground vehicles are mostly tiny. This is definitely no problem at all. Also, a school bus like this only weighs around 11 tons. Again, that's 1/5 of what the Beluga could technically do. So let me try at least 2 school buses. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, to those people requesting that I should try to fit as many school buses as I can, 5,000 school buses, we run out of space before we run out of weight. These are just too light. Just 20 tons. That's nothing. Like, these just fit super well into our fuselage. No worries at all. Like, we can easily load them even up. And now children all around the world can use a Beluga to fly to school. I mean, if the school's far away from home, All right. Sedona Airport is a bit of a challenge for most airplanes. Probably the door being open doesn't help aerodynamically. This is, I guess, how parents would describe going to school inside of an Airbus Beluga. See, we even have space for like another car. And there we go. We're off in there. Airplane is happier than ever. Great. A very smart one you guys suggested is a beluga whale. I mean, that makes sense. The airplane is called Beluga, right? It's named after the whale because of its massive forehead that I also enjoy to have. But you'll quickly find out that the beluga whale isn't really that big of a whale. Also, it's floating. Yes, I haven't done the texturing right. It looks quite lifeless. It also weighs around 2 to 3 tons as well. Later on, we're going to try the blue whale. Yeah, that's not too overwhelming. Another good idea you guys suggested is perhaps using a pushback tug. And that's actually a smart idea for one, because these are insanely heavy. Yes, it might not look too big, but a pushback tug, especially for big airliners, can weigh up to 50,000 kilograms, 50 tons, as much as an airliner. I mean, it makes sense. It has to be able to tow airplanes of its weight. These are practically made out of lead. Just one of these alone is practically capable of making the Airbus Beluga overweight. Come on now, Doc. I want to see this airplane struggle now. Time to load the bad boy in. Oh, yeah, that is quite some weight. Nice one. We have indeed now reached maximum takeoff weight. 58,000 kilograms just isn't good. We can maybe reduce the fuel, but that will only let us fly 30 minutes. That's not enough. We need a little bit more fuel. Come on, we need to make a 2-hour flight. Transport around these tugs. There we go. Close that door. Go full power and see if we can take off. This is probably not a long enough runway. You can really even see these tires struggling. Everything's actually struggling. Come on, Sedona Airport. This is not the longest of runways. Come on there. Flaps down. Beautiful all the way. Can we fly with one pushback truck on board? Yes, that was a very aerosucra takeoff, and we're very easy to stall. We're absolutely overweighing it, but that is absolutely fine. Despite us having this tiny tug on board, this plane is struggling though. Take a look, we're barely climbing. I'm very scared to even put the flaps up because, like, take a look at that. We might want to try to land as well. Come on now. Not the longest of runways, and the cockpit is a bit broken. Touch down quickly and stop. That was hard. That was a hard sound. Come on, stop now, you idiot. You've got a big pushback tug on board. The Sedona Airport desperately needs one. And if you fail, the Sedona will be deprived. Actually, perfect. There you go. I mean, slightly going overweight for a certain distance definitely isn't no problem at all. The sentence the airsucra pilot would say. Let me see some more ideas to jump up a little bit. Maybe make it more heavy. I just don't want this thing to fly anymore today. I wanted to make it so heavy. All your money. An ultralight could do that job. Increase this economy. An ultralight could do that job. I think this one is quite brilliant. A space shuttle. That one weighs 75 tons as is. It doesn't have fuel on board, which is actually the best next step. That would definitely overweigh the airplane. Let me see here. Oh, that is a bit bigger than I expected. Oh, wow. That is a big one. I didn't expect the space shuttle to be this large. That just won't fit. So this is quite funny because I actually planned for the vertical stabilizer to not fit. And so I had actually planned on this genius solution to just cut off the vertical stabilizer and just put it into the package sideways, and it doesn't help. Not even cutting off the wings work. This is a big airplane. Yeah, just pretend like it fits. There we go. This is gonna look weird now. All right. I mean, if we're delusional enough, this could work. I mean, this is a second pair of wings. More lift for you. Probably we're very heavy now, 76 tons. And I don't think the Beluga will be happy about that. Come on, let's maybe try to go full power here. These doors have to close though. Come on. Yeah, that's not mine. Take off 150 knots. This is a nearly 3,000 meter long runway. And yes, despite us being quite overweight, come on, we're able to lift the nose up and the entire airplane up. Even with a space shuttle, we can fly. Damn, this thing looks kind of like more mega mind now, especially here with a vertical stabilizer brightly cut off. That's so stupid. Let's try to make a landing as well here. We're a little fast. That's absolutely fine. We want to be a bit faster with this kind of speed. But yes, technically this thing's able to carry a space shuttle. You just have to cut the wings off and put them in another airplane. That could work. Or you could just, well, put it on a 747, you know? There we go. That's been a hard landing. Let's go ahead and try to stop. And despite our insane weight, come on, full power into the stopping. You are able to do this, I'm pretty sure. Nice one. I guess we have one more thing to try. Everybody, I guess it is time for the final challenge. The biggest animal on the planet, which isn't very light. Yes, we're not putting a blue whale in this thing. That one can weigh up to 100 tons. 100,000 kilograms, which is more than the empty weight than the beluga. 90,000 kilograms, right? This thing will not be able to fly, let me tell you. It's 30 meters long. I am a bit worried because it has those, you know, fins right here that definitely span over 7 meters wide. Thing's not gonna fit. All right, I know this will be a very bad idea. Okay, you can see the landing gear slowly giving up on life. Okay, all right, that's very much giving up on life. I actually miscalculated. This is how much a blue whale can weigh. That's very scary. All right, good. Let's see. Come on, can we take off with a blue whale on board? Yes, very slowly accelerating. I mean, the weight and balance is just absolutely crazy. This is not gonna work at all. I mean, maybe you reduce the fuel weight here a bit to help us out. Come on. That's not good for airflow, but it isn't calculated here. We're gonna give the whale a bit of fresh air. I mean, we see some of the parts of the whale sticking out. I guess. Come on, take off now. No way! We've been able to take off with this much overweight, 125,000 kilograms. That has been amazing. This airplane does sit quite happily. I mean, we're not able to gain much speed and much altitude. This is a very low performing airplane, but you'd be able to transport some whale around. Let's maybe try to land here as well, down here at the Ibiza airport. Oh my. Oh. All right, we've blown a tire. Oh, no. You're absolutely going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. That has been a very normal landing. There we go. We can put the reverse thrust on. Oh, that engine hit the ground bad. Yes, we've been able to transport around this blue whale, and I'm very happy about that. Perfect. So this was obviously an absolutely stupid video idea, but we could see, yeah, the Airbus Beluga is very much capable of carrying parts of vehicles that have to be somewhat light anyway. It's probably not going to be able to move around a concrete house, though. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Deram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Fanner, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.